When I blow the whistle, you guys get started, okay? You ready? Get set. Easter reminds us of the power of hope and renewal, sacrifice and resurrection, but mainly love and grace. I've never been more optimistic about America than I am today. We have enormous opportunities. Enormous opportunities. We just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. And there's nothing beyond our capacity. Millions of Americans, millions, have similar stories, lying in bed at night, literally staring at the ceiling, wondering what in God's name will happen if their spouse gets cancer, or if their child gets sick, or something happens to them. Are they going to have enough insurance? Can they afford the medical bills they're going to have? Will they have to sell the house to keep things moving? You know, and you find out the big reason why we're lying awake at night with these questions is because the drug companies are charging exorbitant prescription drug prices, higher prices than anywhere in the world. And Bernie said it, I was listening in the back, Bernie, you and I have been fighting this for 25 years. Finally we beat Big Pharma, finally. I'm serious. From day one, my administration has been committed to fixing the broken student loan system and making sure higher education is a ticket to the middle class, not a barrier. My administration has approved debt cancellation for 4 million Americans through various actions. And today, I'm announcing new plans that would cancel student debt for millions more. In total, these plans would cancel some or all student debt for 30 million Americans when combined with everything we've done so far. To find out how these plans may impact you, visit studentaid.gov. The bonds between us are rooted in our history, but they're very much alive today. In this very room, together we're keeping those bonds alive. People of Greece, people of the United States, did not just inherit democracy. We have to be its defenders. It has to be every generation championed. We must be its champion. And that's as important today as it's ever been. And may both Greece and the United States continue to lift high the lamp of democracy so we can always serve as the beacon of hope for the world. Earlier this afternoon, we took an aerial tour and survey of the wreckage. You know, from the air, I saw the bridge that's been ripped apart. But here on the ground, I see a community that's been pulled together. I want to thank you all, the first responders, the port workers, state and local officials, who sprang into action before dawn, who've been here ever since. I'm here to say, your nation has your back, and I mean it. think we all in this room share one goal. Give everybody a fair shot, just a shot. Freedom to chase their dreams. And when Kamala and I ran, we made a commitment to fix our broken student loan system. Because while college degree still is a ticket to the middle class, that ticket's becoming much too expensive, much too expensive. Today, too many Americans, especially young people, are saddled with unsustainable debts in exchange for a college degree. The ability for working and middle-class folks to repay their student loans has become so burdensome. Even when they have worked hard and pay their student loans, their debt increases, not diminishes. Too many people feel the strain and stress, wondering if they're can get married, have their first child, start a family, because even if they get by, they still have this crushing debt. And altogether, my administration has taken the most significant action to provide student debt relief ever in the history of this country. 25,000 people a month nationwide have been receiving letters from me about their debt they had for all those years is finally going to be forgiven. But I'm not stopping here. Look, you care workers represent the best of who we are as Americans. Oh, you really do. You're the heroes to so many individuals. You really are. And you represent so many people who do it, and do it out of love and concern. As your president, I'm here with a simple message. I give you my word, I have your back. I have your back. It's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. No, it really is. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay. Care workers and caregivers are critical to our families and to the entire economy. If we want the best economy in the world, we have to have the best caregiving economy in the world. We really do. But the cost of care is too high, and pay for care workers is much too low. You're all somebody's hero. That's what I see in our nation's caregivers. Heroes. We need you. Not a joke. We need you. We're going to go to space together.
Hi.
Hello. When Japan and the U.S. can work together using this rover on the moon.
I agree. Maybe you and I can go up and ride in it. Ms. Kishida, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. On behalf of Jill and me, the Vice President, the Second Gentleman, and all the American people, welcome to the White House. It's spring in Washington. The sun is shining. And every spring, cherry blossoms bloom across this city, thanks to a gift from Japan of 3,000 cherry trees over a century ago. And like our friendship, these trees are timeless, inspiring, and thriving. The alliance between Japan and the United States is the cornerstone of peace, security, prosperity in the Indo-Pacific and around the world. Today, Our economic relationship is one of the strongest and deepest in the world. Our democracies are beacons of freedom shining across the globe. And the ties of friendship, family, connect the Japanese and American people as a source of joy, meaning, and meaning for millions of our people. Mr. Prime Minister, welcome. We've only grown closer and stronger as nations, both the United States and the Czech Republic. Together, we're deepening defense cooperation and ensure the security of our people. Together, we're going to bolster our energy security and expand our clean power. I want to thank you for helping secure nearly 1 million rounds of ammunition for Ukraine, so we're committed to doing our part. Congress has to pass our bipartisan national security bill. They have to do it now. Because as the Czech Republic remembers, Russia won't stop in Ukraine, and the impact on NATO will be significant.
In 1968, I was a little boy. I saw Russian tanks in the streets of my town, and I don't want to see this again. Mr. President, I appreciate your leadership in support of Ukraine. We are also doing our best to help Ukraine and to stop Putin's aggression.
Mr. Prime Minister, thank you again for being here today. I look forward to our discussion and really delighted you're here. Well, Mr. Prime Minister, welcome. Welcome to the White House. Partnership between Iraq and the United States is critical. We've seen over the last decade as our troops have served side by side to help defeat ISIS. And we've seen this in our strategic framework agreement as well. I want to personally thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, for your focus on strengthening Iraq's economy and energy independence. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you again for being here. Thank you for making the effort to be here. Simply put, our partnership is pivotal for our nations, for the Middle East, and I believe for the world. Hey guys, I'm not going to take a lot of your time, but I came to say thank you. The only reason this country's grown is because of a grown middle class. The only reason we have a middle class is because of labor, unions. No joke. You're literally the best workers in the world. People think you walk up and you say, I want to be an electrician. You're an apprentice for 5 years, man. It's like going to school. It's like going to college. You earn it. That's why you're the best in the world. We've created more jobs in one term as president than any president in American history has. This is all because of the legislation we've put together. This is just beginning. And I came to say thank you because you're the reason it's going to happen. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you. Built the country. You're proof of what I've always known. And I mean this sincerely. I've been saying it for a long time. Wall Street didn't build America. The middle class built America. And unions built the middle class. And that's not when you built the middle class. There would be no middle class without you. Roosevelt outlined the Civilian Conservation Corps, he said, quote, more important than the material gains will be the moral and spiritual value of such work. He always put it in the context that went beyond just what the immediate need was. I'd say the same holds true for what we're doing here today. It has a moral imperative. Since Commandant and I took office, we've been acting to reduce family energy costs for folks with low and moderate incomes. The Environmental Protection Agency will invest $7 billion from our Inflation Reduction Act and a new program called Solar for All. And folks, Solar for All will give us more breathing room and cleaner breathing room. It's going to also create 200,000 good paying and union jobs over the 5 years in communities that need them most, fence line communities. As I always say, I think about climate. When I think about it, I think not only about health and safety, but I think about jobs. It's all part of a plan to reassert America's climate leadership.
all of Micron. We want to present this plaque to you. It's an example of the wafers that will be built right here in Clay.
Pleased to announce we're building on that commitment with a landmark preliminary agreement between my administration and Micron, a major chip manufacturer which is building these fabs here in upstate New York. $6.1 billion in CHIPS funding paired with $125 billion from Micron. It's going to create over 70,000 jobs, at least 9,000 of which are construction jobs, 11,000 manufacturing jobs, tens of thousands more up and down the supply chain. It isn't just about investing in America, it's about investing in the American people as well.
Mr. President, what an honor. Thank you for doing this. I'm so excited about it.